Mindset, the new psychology of success. What truly sets successful people apart from others is not just talent or intelligence, but the way they perceive their own abilities. In her groundbreaking book, Mindset, the new psychology of success, Carol S. Dweck introduces us to two fundamental ways of thinking: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. The fixed mindset is a belief that our talents and intelligence are innate and unchangeable. People with this mindset believe that being born with certain gifts is all that matters. If something goes wrong, it's seen as proof of their limitations. In contrast, the growth mindset is based on the idea that skills can be developed through effort, learning, and consistent practice. Success, therefore, is not solely a result of natural talent. It's the outcome of dedication, perseverance, and a willingness to learn. A practical example of this difference can be seen in school. Imagine two students receiving the same low score on a math test. The student with a fixed mindset might think, "I'm just not good at math. I'll never improve." Meanwhile, the student with growth mindset responds differently. "I made a mistake, but I can study more, try new methods, and learn from my errors." This subtle difference in thinking can shape a person's academic performance and even their approach to life. Mindset also greatly influences how we handle challenges and failures. People with a fixed mindset tend to avoid difficult situations for fear of appearing incompetent. They aim to constantly prove themselves rather than test their abilities. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities. Each obstacle becomes a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. Take Michael Jordan, for example. Widely regarded as one of the greatest athletes in history, he failed countless times before achieving his legendary success. For him, every mistake was a step forward, not a setback. Another crucial point Dweck emphasizes is the impact of praise and feedback. How we acknowledge achievements can reinforce a fixed mindset or nurture a growth mindset. Complimenting intelligence or talent alone often leads someone to believe they don't need to put in effort. They were born ready. Conversely, praising effort, strategy, and persistence teaches that progress comes through practice and dedication. For instance, instead of telling a child, "You're so smart," saying, "You worked really hard and came up with a great solution," encourages continuous learning and resilience. The concepts and mindset apply to many areas of life. In sports, athletes with a growth mindset train consistently, accept constructive criticism, and learn from losses. In the corporate world, leaders and organizations that value continuous learning tend to innovate more and outperform competitors. Even in relationships, people with a growth mindset manage conflicts more effectively because they believe improvement and personal growth are always possible. An inspiring aspect of Dweck's work is that mindset is not fixed. It can be transformed. The first step is recognizing limiting thoughts, noticing when we are avoiding challenges, or comparing ourselves negatively to others. The next step is taking deliberate actions, seeking feedback, celebrating small victories, and treating difficulties as learning opportunities. The difference between the two mindsets is especially evident in academics and careers. Students with a growth mindset not only learn more effectively, but they also approach exams and projects with confidence. Professionals with this mindset pursue training, embrace new challenges, and see every project as a chance to improve. Meanwhile, those with a fixed mindset often stagnate, avoiding risks to prevent appearing incompetent. The book shares inspiring stories of people who transformed their lives by adopting a growth mindset. One executive, who initially believed she wasn't cut out for leadership, began accepting feedback, studying new skills, and eventually became a respected leader. A young musician, frustrated with repeated failures, decided to see each mistake as a stepping stone and ultimately reach a professional level. A core element of the growth mindset is resilience. When someone believes in their ability to grow, obstacles become opportunities rather than barriers. This mindset changes how we handle setbacks, criticism, and even the success of others. Instead of feeling envy or discouragement, we see examples as motivation and lessons to learn from. Carol Dweck reminds us that success is not only about innate talent, it's about how that talent is cultivated. Effort, persistence, openness to feedback, and learning from mistakes are as crucial as any natural gift. The growth mindset is, in essence, about turning every experience into a learning opportunity. Adopting this mindset can be challenging at first, especially if we're used to fixed patterns of thinking. But every small step counts, acknowledging limitations, committing to continuous learning, celebrating progress, and approaching challenges with curiosity. Ultimately, this approach not only enhances academic or professional performance, but also enriches relationships, strengthens self-esteem, and transforms the way we live our lives. In short, mindset, the new psychology of success, teaches that the difference between stagnation and growth lies in how we think about our abilities. The growth mindset is a key to a richer, more productive, and fulfilling life because it reminds us that it's always possible to improve, and every challenge is simply another step toward reaching our full potential. If you found this exploration of mindset inspiring, don't forget to subscribe to The Healing Vibe for more content that helps you unlock your full potential, grow every day, and embrace the journey of self-discovery.